The dry season transforms the African savanna into a scorched battlefield where survival becomes a daily struggle. Fires sweep across the parched landscape, leaving behind a trail of ash and desperation. Guarding the last remaining waterholes are ancient armored giants, Nile crocodiles, possessors of one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom. These cold-blooded predators wait in silence, ready to strike with terrifying precision. But above the riverbanks, the savanna is ruled by a different kind of power. Lions, whose thunderous roars echo across the plains. A single pride can bring down prey 4 times their size, asserting dominance to coordinated strength and raw aggression. In this unforgiving rout, 2 apex predators clash, the crocodile and the lion. One dominates the water with stealth and crushing force. The other commands the land with speed, strength, and razor-sharp claws. As these titans confront one another, one question rises above the chaos. Who truly wears the crown of the savanna? A circling flock of vultures cuts across the blazing savanna sky, a silent alarm heralding an imminent showdown. Below, the body of a Cape buffalo, weighing nearly 700 kilograms, lies sprawled across the muddy wetlands. Its blood perfumes the air, drawing scavengers and predators alike. A dominant male lion crouches over the carcass, savoring his hard-earned meal, his golden eyes flicking sideways. There, watching from the shadows, is a full-grown Nile crocodile. Sensing the approaching danger, the lion tries to drag the buffalo further from the water's edge. But the scent of fresh blood has awakened an ancient instinct. The crocodile surges forward, jaws wide, intent on claiming the prize for itself. The lion responds with a thunderous roar, slashing out with razor-sharp claws that rake across the crocodile's armored snout. Undeterred, the crocodile counters, its jaws snapping toward the lion's leg in a raw, primal challenge. Who will emerge victorious? Stay with us to witness more of nature's fiercest rivalries, coming up next. Amid the whispering winds sweeping across the vast plains of the African savanna, the distant roar of a powerful wild beast echoes, an ancient sound etched into the rhythm of the land. Lions, long revered as symbols of strength and courage, are far more than just formidable predators. They are the product of millions of years of evolution, boasting intricate social structures and remarkable biological adaptations that continue to fascinate scientists and observers alike. As the second largest big cats on Earth, surpassed only by tigers, adult male lions can weigh up to 250 kilograms and stand approximately 1.2 meters tall at the shoulder. Their muscular bodies are designed for strength, agility, and endurance, enabling them to thrive in some of the planet's harshest environments. Unlike solitary cats such as leopards or jaguars, Lions live in prides, a unique social unit led by one or a few dominant males and supported by a coalition of related females and their young. This familial bond forms one of the most complex social systems among mammals in the animal kingdom. One of the lion's most iconic features is the mane of the male. Reaching lengths of up to 16 centimeters, a mane is more than just a visual display. It's a biological signal. It reflects testosterone levels, reproductive fitness, and overall health. Studies have shown that males with darker, fuller manes are more attractive to females and less likely to be challenged by rivals. However, not all male lions grow manes. In Kenya's Tsavo National Park, many adult males are completely maneless. These lions have evolved to cope with the region's extreme heat, avoiding the added thermal burden of a thick fur coat and minimizing the risk of overheating. Despite their regal image, lions spend the majority of their day at rest. Observations reveal they can sleep or lie inactive for 16 to 20 hours daily. This behavior is not laziness, it's a vital energy conservation strategy. Hunting demands intense bursts of energy, and in hot, resource-scarce environments, conserving strength during the day ensures lions remain at peak performance when the time to strike arrives. In the unforgiving wild, efficiency is survival. Another remarkable trait of lions is their ability to hunt under the cover of night. Their eyes are specially adapted for low-light vision, thanks to a reflective layer behind the retina known as the tapetum lucidum. This biological feature enhances their night vision, making it 6 to 8 times more sensitive than that of humans. Because of this, lions conduct most of their hunts after dark, particularly on stormy nights when rain, wind, and thunder help mask their movements and lower the vigilance of their prey. In Botswana's Okavango Delta, studies have shown that a lion's hunting success rate can nearly double at night compared to daytime attempts. Lions are hypercarnivores, with diets made up almost entirely of meat. They primarily target large herbivores such as wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo, and will occasionally take down giraffes or even young elephants if the pride is large and well coordinated enough. An adult female typically needs about 5 kilograms of meat per day, while a male requires around 7 kilograms to sustain his larger body. In water-scarce environments like the Kalahari Desert, lions display astonishing resilience. They can survive up to 4 days without directly drinking water, relying instead on the moisture obtained from the blood and tissues of their prey. This adaptation allows them to endure in regions too harsh for many other carnivores. Female lions reach reproductive maturity at around 4 years of age. Their bodies, now strong enough for the demands of motherhood, prepare for a new journey, not just for themselves, but for the survival of the next generation. Pregnancy lasts approximately 110 days. As birth approaches, a female will leave the pride and quietly seek a secluded location, a dense thicket, a patch of tall reeds, or a hidden crevice in the rocks. There, she creates a safe haven for the fragile lives she is about to bring into the world. Newborn lion cubs weigh between 1.2 and 2.1 kilograms. Their eyes remain shut, and their bodies are soft and vulnerable. In these early days, they are entirely dependent on their mother for warmth, protection, and nourishment, utterly defenseless in a wild landscape where danger can come from any direction. It isn't until the 7th day that a lion cub's eyes begin to open, slowly adjusting to the unfamiliar light of the world around them. By the third week, they take their first unsteady steps. Early, fragile signs of independence beginning to emerge. During this critical stage, the mother rarely strays far. Her hunts are brief and close to the den, allowing her to guard the cubs against ever-present threats. To avoid detection from predators, she frequently relocates the den site. Each cub is gently carried by the scruff of the neck, a movement that protects their fragile bodies and minimizes scent trails that could attract danger. Between the 6th and 7th month, weaning begins. The cubs start to transition from the solitude of their sheltered nursery to the wider social world of the pride. Within this complex society, maternal care extends beyond the biological mother. Often, multiple lionesses give birth around the same time and raise their young cooperatively in a shared unit known as a creche. In this communal setting, cubs grow up like siblings, playing, learning, and developing vital survival skills together. This collective model of parenting significantly boosts their chances of survival, especially in the harsh and unpredictable African grasslands, where danger lurks in every shadow and only the well-adapted endure. Beneath the thick mane and commanding gaze, the male lion may appear as the king of the pride, but he is not its primary hunter. Instead, his main role lies in protection of the pride's cubs, territory, and genetic legacy. Male lions often form coalitions, usually with brothers or unrelated males who join forces for mutual survival. These alliances allow them to take over and defend a pride, sometimes ruling for several years before being challenged and replaced by younger, stronger rivals. Reproductive maturity begins around the age of 3, but it often takes another 1 to 2 years before a male is ready and strong enough to confront and overthrow an established leader. This intense competition means male lions typically have shorter lifespans than females. While lions in the wild generally live between 12 and 17 years, the life of a male is frequently cut short by brutal battles with rivals, both from outside and within their own kind. Territorial behavior is a defining trait in lions. Each pride controls an area that can range from 20 to over 500 square kilometers. These boundaries are marked with urine, feces, and claw marks, biological signposts that declare ownership. When another lion crosses these lines, conflict can erupt without warning. Territory means more than just access to food. It represents control over the pride's future. Maintaining dominance ensures the survival of a male's lineage and secures stability for the pride. Sound plays a crucial role in this dynamic. A lion's roar, deep, resonant, and unmistakable, can travel up to 8 kilometers through the night air. It is both a beacon and a warning, a vocal claim of territory, power, and presence. A lion's roar begins with long, drawn-out moans, followed by a series of powerful bellows that echo across the savannah like a haunting anthem. It is a declaration that needs no claws, only sound to keep intruders at bay. It resonates not just through the land, but through the very heart of Africa's wild kingdom. In the natural world, where life and death are often separated by mere moments, strategy becomes the key to survival. Across the open plains of the Serengeti and the dry reaches of the Kalahari, lions are more than apex predators. They are masters of coordinated warfare. Unlike other big cats that live solitary lives, lions are uniquely social, forming tightly knit prides with clearly defined roles. male lions take on the role of guardians, defending the pride's territory and its members. The lionesses, on the other hand, are the hunters, agile, swift, and remarkably synchronized in their actions. This division of labor is what makes lions some of Africa's most effective predators. When hunting, lionesses often operate in teams. One group moves silently through the tall savanna grass, often knee-high, approaching prey from downwind and staying within 30 meters. Meanwhile, the other group positions itself strategically, lying in wait at likely escape routes. Their communication is nearly silent, conveyed through body language, a glance, a flick of the tail, a tilt of the ears, subtle cues that keep the group in perfect coordination. When the moment is right, the ambush is sudden and explosive. A lioness can accelerate to 80 kilometers per hour in seconds. Her 4-centimeter claws dig into the prey's body as she leaps, sometimes covering over 11 meters in a single bound, before delivering a precise, suffocating bite to the throat or muzzle. Lions are not just hunters, they're opportunists. They will steal kills from leopards, cheetahs, and even hyenas whenever possible. This scavenging behavior conserves energy and ensures access to vital nutrition, especially during the punishing dry season when food is scarce. Yet despite their strength, lions have physical limitations. A female lion's heart accounts for only about 0.57% of her body weight. In males, it's even less, around 0.45%. This relatively small heart size means lions are built for short, intense bursts of power, rather than endurance. In contrast, a hyena's heart accounts for nearly 1% of its body weight, almost double that of a lion. This anatomical advantage gives hyenas greater stamina and endurance, allowing them to run longer distances without tiring. Lions, on the other hand, are built for short bursts of speed. They can maintain speeds over 50 kilometers per hour, but only for a few seconds. This limitation shapes their hunting style. Unlike the African wild dog, which can pursue prey over extended chases, lions rely on ambush tactics and explosive, well-timed strikes. In some cases, a lioness may clamp onto a prey's throat for up to 13 minutes, long enough to ensure it cannot fight back or recover. According to a 2024 study published by National Geographic, coordinated hunting by lionesses yields a success rate of around 43%, notably higher than the sub-30% averages observed in other big cats. It is this teamwork, coupled with precise planning and role-based cooperation, that elevates lions to the top of the food chain. Yet even apex predators must tread carefully. In the murky, unpredictable world of the African wilderness, danger can emerge from any direction, even from beneath the surface of still, bottomless waters. Beneath the muddy currents of tropical rivers, where sunlight barely penetrates the surface, lurks a creature seemingly frozen in time, unchanged since the age when dinosaurs ruled the earth. This is the crocodile, a living relic of evolution, a symbol of survival, silent strength, and the unrelenting instinct of a predator. More than mere hunting machines, crocodiles are the result of over 200 million years of natural refinement, proof of near-perfect adaptation. Today, around 24 recognized species of crocodiles inhabit warm regions near the equator, each uniquely shaped by their environment. From body size to hunting behavior, their diversity reflects a legacy carved through millennia. The largest of them all, the saltwater crocodile, prowls the waterways of Australia and Southeast Asia. These giants can grow up to 7 meters long and weigh more than 1,200 kilograms. Meanwhile, The American crocodile prefers coastal habitats from southern Florida to Central America and is remarkably tolerant of saline environments. But across Africa's vast and untamed wilderness, one species reigns supreme, the Nile crocodile. It is Africa's apex reptilian predator, an embodiment of the river, the land, and the very food chain it dominates. Adult Nile crocodiles average between 3.5 to 5 meters in length and weigh between 225 to 750 kilograms. Males are significantly larger than females, often by as much as 30%. Rare specimens have been recorded at over 6 meters long and tipping the scales at more than 1,000 kilograms, roughly the size of a small car. Their armor-like skin is layered with scales as tough as forged steel, offering protection during territorial battles with rivals. Though formidable underwater hunters, crocodiles spend much of their time in stillness, lurking just beneath the surface or basking in the sun. As cold-blooded reptiles, they regulate body temperature by sunbathing, usually between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. During this time, adult crocodiles often sit with their jaws open, a natural cooling mechanism similar to a dog panting. If prevented from opening their mouths in extreme heat, crocodiles can overheat and suffer fatal heat stroke, a quiet and often overlooked vulnerability in a creature otherwise perceived as invincible. Even when lying utterly still, the Nile crocodile is never unaware. Beneath its rough exterior, a network of specialized sensors on the lower jaw detects the slightest vibrations across the water's surface. This hypersensitive biological detection system allows it to perceive the presence of nearby animals within a range of up to 20 meters, without so much as a ripple. It is nature's version of silent surveillance. Along its back, the Nile crocodile wears a suit of armor, an ancient defensive layer known as osteoderms. These bony plates embedded beneath the skin form a natural shield of calcium crafted by the animal's own body. From the earliest stages of life, tiny centers of ossification begin forming beneath the embryonic skin. By the time the young crocodile hatches, its first osteoderms are already present, though thin and not yet fully hardened. As the crocodile matures and encounters the harsh demands of its environment, this armor thickens, hardens, and develops the signature ridges and grooves that run along its back and neck. In contrast, the belly, where mobility is key, remains largely free of armor, as if nature itself understood where strength must give way to flexibility. Each osteoderm is more than just a shield. It's structured like spongy bone, rich with tiny blood vessels that make it an active participant in the crocodile's survival. These plates assist in metabolic and thermal exchange, functioning like a biological solar panel. When basking on hot sand, the armor rapidly absorbs heat. Once submerged in cool river water, it helps release that stored warmth efficiently. That's why, on sweltering afternoons along the Okavango Delta, where the banks of the Nile, crocodiles lie motionless for hours, resembling nothing more than dark, forgotten logs. Yet inside, their bodies are actively managing temperature with remarkable precision. During times of stress, whether due to injury, food scarcity, or reproduction, these osteoderms serve another crucial role. They act as internal mineral reserves. Calcium and phosphate stored within the armor can be reabsorbed by the body to meet urgent physiological demands. This remarkable adaptation allows the Nile crocodile to survive the challenges of its harsh world. Its armored back can endure the crushing bites of rivals, absorb blows during violent territorial clashes, and even make a full-grown lion pause before considering a confrontation. In the brutal clashes of the wild, predators know where to strike, aiming for the crocodile's flanks or head, carefully avoiding its armored back. This formidable shield, reinforced with dense osteoderms, is nearly impenetrable to even the sharpest teeth or claws. These bony plates are not just protection. They are a living legacy, an evolutionary masterpiece from the ancient Territorial lineage, which includes crocodiles, dinosaurs, and even birds. Osteoderms are nature's enduring blueprint for survival. In the Nile crocodile, this ancient armor hasn't faded with time. If anything, it has adapted, growing stronger, smarter, and more versatile. Scientists have long marveled at this natural defense system. Its remarkable balance of hardness and flexibility has inspired cutting-edge innovations in body armor, military-grade helmets, and protective gear. Look closer at the crocodile's ridged back, and you'll see more than the mark of evolution. Each ridge is a testament to resilience, etched in bone, forged by time. It's a story of survival, carved into the skin of a prehistoric giant that has endured where countless others have vanished. Amid the steamy marshlands and meandering rivers of Africa, an ancient story unfolds, one written not in ink, but in instinct and survival. The Nile crocodile, a relic of prehistory, continues its age-old journey, deeply etched into the rhythm of the natural world after millions of years of evolution. Each breeding season, a female crocodile selects a stretch of damp sand along the river's edge. With relentless effort, she digs a nest and lays between 25 to 80 gleaming ivory eggs. Carefully, she covers them with sand, then retreats, placing her trust in the elements to safeguard the next generation. Then, after weeks of silent growth beneath the surface, faint chirps rise from within the earth, high-pitched cries from tiny, unhatched young. Their call summons the mother. She returns, guided by sound and instinct. With surprising gentleness, she uses her powerful snout to retrieve the eggs, delicately cracking each shell between her tongue and the roof of her mouth. One by one, she frees her hatchlings from their fragile calcium cages. And then, a breathtaking moment of maternal care from one of nature's most feared predators. The mother crocodile cradles each baby in her mouth and carries them to the safety of nearby waters, where their first chapter of life quietly begins. But peace is short-lived. The river, though calm on the surface, teems with threats. Fewer than 10% of eggs will hatch, and less than 1% of hatchlings will reach adulthood. Danger lurks everywhere, from the air, the water, and even the shadows. Nile monitors, the largest lizards in the region, are ruthless egg raiders, sometimes destroying up to half the nests they find. Once in the water, the young face an onslaught of predators, birds of prey, large fish, otters, wild cats, and perhaps most shockingly, adult crocodiles themselves. Cannibalism is not uncommon. Larger Nile crocodiles will not hesitate to devour the young, driven by raw survival instinct and fierce biological competition. Among crocodilians, this behavior is particularly pronounced in the Nile species. For those lucky few who survive the first 2 years, life begins to shift. At around 1.2 meters long, they begin to disperse, seeking refuge away from dominant adults. They explore rivers, streams, and hidden channels, often forming loose groups of similarly sized individuals, an uneasy alliance in a world where every inch of advantage matters. By the time they reach 2 meters, they start joining collective feeding groups. Here their odds improve. Predators become fewer, food more accessible, and survival, while never guaranteed, finally feels within reach. As for how long a Nile crocodile might live, the answer remains cloaked in mystery. In the wild, some are believed to survive up to 70 or even 100 years. In captivity, however, few surpass the age of 60. What is certain is this: the Nile crocodile's life is a brutal yet beautiful saga, an evolutionary epic of tooth, claw, armor, and endurance, unfolding silently beneath the African sun. The Nile crocodile is renowned not only for its power but also for its cunning opportunism. It will readily steal from lions, claim an unguarded kill, or feed on carrion when the opportunity arises. Yet, despite this fearsome reputation, these giants often display surprising restraint. Around large carcasses, multiple crocodiles can feed side by side, avoiding conflict in a rare demonstration of practical tolerance, so long as the feast is plentiful enough for all. Their feeding behavior is shaped by anatomy as much as instinct. Unlike the tearing teeth of big cats, the Nile crocodile's jaws are armed with long, conical teeth, designed not to shred but to pierce, sinking deep into flesh and locking prey in place with little chance of escape. When the victim is large, the crocodile drags it beneath the water to drown. Then comes its most infamous maneuver, the death roll. This devastating technique is not a violent frenzy, but a calculated evolutionary masterpiece. Like a living scalpel, the crocodile spins its body with astonishing speed, twisting muscle and bone apart. There's no need for a killing blow. The feast begins even while the last tremors of life ripple through the prey's body. The death roll is a mechanical marvel. Once its jaws clamp down with a bite force of up to 22,000 newtons, the strongest ever recorded in the animal kingdom, the crocodile spins, rotating its entire body around its spine at speeds of up to 300 degrees per second. The torque tears flesh, dislocates joints, and breaks the body into manageable pieces. Even if the prey is still resisting, the result is often swift and final. A crocodile may perform 3 to 6 spins in a single roll, sometimes more if the prey is particularly massive. Each rotation lasts mere seconds, but the precision and violence unleashed are staggering. With rotational forces exceeding 2,000 newtons and total control over the prey, resistance becomes nearly impossible. And perhaps most astonishing of all, this behavior isn't taught. The death roll is instinctive, emerging in juvenile crocodiles as naturally as a duckling's first swim. Their highly flexible spines and powerful muscles, particularly along the tail, make the movement effortless. Even animals weighing hundreds of kilograms can twist like propellers, thanks to a skeletal design unlike mammals, vertebrae that do not lock, allowing explosive, fluid motion. Underwater, the roll creates no dramatic splash, only a ripple, a subtle swirl, and then silence. The surface calms. No struggle remains. It's this quiet efficiency that makes the death roll so chilling. A brutal ballet, honed by evolution. A signature move of a predator that has outlasted dinosaurs, survived the ice ages, and weathered extinction. Silent, patient, deadly, the Nile crocodile endures as one of nature's most formidable survivors. Their numbers were believed to hover between 22,000 and 25,000, with the largest prides thriving in the Serengeti, Kruger, Ruaha, and the Okavango Delta. These landscapes, open grasslands, dry savannas, and lush riverine scrub, are perfectly tailored to the lion's needs. Here, water, prey, and cover converge in a delicate balance, sustaining one of Earth's most iconic predators. In one such place, a rare and tense standoff unfolds. A lone Nile crocodile, far from its aquatic refuge, rests in the dry brush, territory often patrolled by lions. Before long, a pride approaches, led by a muscular male and a watchful lioness, both moving closer to investigate the unusual intruder. Lions are no strangers to dominance, but they are also no fools. They typically avoid conflict with adult Nile crocodiles, knowing all too well the power behind those bone-crushing jaws. But this encounter is different. Whether driven by curiosity or the scent of weakness, the two lions inch forward, testing the boundaries. Suddenly, the crocodile erupts. With a violent hiss and jaws flung wide, it delivers a ferocious warning. Startled, the lions retreat a few steps, their eyes locked on this fleeting moment of tension. A meeting of apex predators is a reminder of the fragile lines that divide dominance and danger in the African wild. Here, survival is not about bravado. It's about knowing when to fight and when to simply walk away. In the unforgiving heart of the African wilderness, survival demands boldness and sometimes desperation. In one extraordinary recorded encounter, a pride of 13 lions surrounded a fully grown Nile crocodile. During times of prey scarcity, when the usual quarry, antelope, zebras, and wildebeest, becomes elusive, lions are forced to widen their menu. Even a predator as formidable as a crocodile may find itself on the wrong end of hunger-sharpened fangs. The attack was swift and relentless. Each lion lunged, clamping powerful jaws onto the crocodile's limbs. Their 6-centimeter-long canines pierced deep into the soft tissue beneath its armored skin. In a burst of primal instinct, the crocodile flicked onto its back, an evasive maneuver designed to confuse and escape. But the pride saw its chance. They struck the vulnerable neck, a rare spot free of bony armor. With surgical precision, the lions brought down the ancient reptile. The predator had become prey. Despite their reputation as aquatic masters, Nile crocodiles are clumsy sprinters on land. On dry savanna terrain, they can reach bursts of speed up to 14 kilometers per hour, but only for a few short meters. More commonly, they lumber forward at a dragging crawl of 3 to 5 kilometers per hour, especially under the merciless African sun. In open country, that sluggish pace makes them vulnerable, relying instead on thick armor and fierce defense to avoid becoming a meal. But nature equips each with tools for battle. In another dramatic encounter, a group of 5 lions, led by a dominant male with a thick black mane, ambushed an adult Nile crocodile just meters from the water's edge. Cornered, the crocodile did not flee. Instead, it retaliated with the weapon that has terrorized the rivers for millennia, the death roll. Spinning violently with jaws gaping, it threw the lions into disarray. Realizing their bites could not penetrate the crocodile's dense osteoderms, those bone-hard plates beneath the skin, the lions were forced to reassess. Three lionesses closed in, flanking from both sides, but the crocodile, undeterred, thrashed forward, clearing a path back to the water. Letting prey escape so easily is not the lion's way. But neither is dying in vain the crocodile's. Each time it turned, jaws wide and hissing, the lions hesitated. Eventually, even the pride leader backed off. His lionesses, recognizing the retreat, watched in silence as the ancient reptile calmly disappeared beneath the surface. In the wild, not all battles end in death. Sometimes, survival is won through sheer defiance. And for the Nile crocodile, resilience is the oldest story written into its bones. Across the sweeping savannas of Africa, especially along life-giving rivers like the Mara, Luangwa, Okavango, and Limpopo, a silent rivalry simmers beneath the sun-scorched skies. Here, 2 apex predators, the lion and the Nile crocodile, share the same territory. Their clash is ancient, unfolding not just in the water, but along the muddy banks and reed-lined wetlands where both hunters converge in search of prey, water, and survival. These wetlands are the continent's lifelines, biological epicenters where herds gather, predators stalk, and tension runs high. While lions keep watch from the banks, Nile crocodiles lie submerged, still as statues beneath the murky surface, eyes breaking the water like sentinels. Though each predator claims its domain, the boundaries blur during times of hardship. When the long dry seasons take hold, when grasslands wilt and prey thins, desperation sets in. At such times, even a rotting carcass becomes a prize worth risking everything for. Both lions and crocodiles are opportunists, scavengers, and where a dead hippo or buffalo lies bloating under the sun, confrontation is inevitable. In one such encounter, 12 lions encircled the carcass of a dead hippopotamus. The air was thick with the stench of decay, an irresistible beacon. Beneath the nearby water, a Nile crocodile emerged. Its ridged back glistened with armored osteoderms, and its calculating gaze locked onto the pride. It was no ordinary reptile. Stretching over 5 meters and weighing nearly 700 kilograms, this ancient predator had every reason to approach the feast with confidence. And it did so, slow, deliberate, and unbothered by the lioness's warning growls. For the crocodile, the carcass's location, just meters from the water, offered the perfect advantage. In this slippery, uncertain zone between land and river, its power was unmatched. But as it crept closer, a sound shattered the moment. A thunderous roar, deep and resonant, estimated at over 114 decibels. It came from the pride's dominant male. It was not a threat, it was a declaration. This meal was claimed. The crocodile paused. It hissed in response, defiant but not foolish. Its jaws, capable of delivering a bite force 6 times stronger than a lion's, twitched with potential. But numbers matter. Facing a pride of over 10 lions, even the mighty Nile crocodile knew this was not a fight it could win. Tension crackled like dry grass underfoot. One wrong move would ignite a brutal showdown. But this time, instinct triumphed over pride. Slowly, the crocodile turned away, retreating to the safety of the water it ruled. In the wild, wisdom often outweighs brute strength. And in this enduring dance between lion and crocodile, survival is not always about dominance, but about knowing when to strike and when to walk away. In the wild, strength alone is never enough. It must be paired with timing, instinct, and the wisdom to know when to fight and when to yield. A massive male lion stood alone beside the heavy carcass of a buffalo, his golden mane ruffled by the breeze. His amber eyes, usually filled with regal confidence, now flickered with unease. Hidden just beyond the brush, a full-grown Nile crocodile watched silently, waiting. Sensing the danger, the lion began dragging the buffalo carcass farther from the water's edge. But the kill was massive, hundreds of kilograms of raw meat, and the scent of blood was impossible to conceal. He didn't have the numbers to defend it. He had to act fast. With a thunderous roar, the lion charged, his claws tearing into the earth. But though larger and more agile, he was alone, and even kings have limits. The crocodile didn't flinch. It lunged without hesitation, snapping at the carcass with terrifying precision. As the lion bared his claws in warning, the crocodile raised its massive jaws toward his leg, daring him to strike. Neither predator would back down, but neither was prepared to risk it all. Minutes passed in a tense standoff, muscles twitching, eyes locked. An uneasy truce settled. Side by side, predator and predator shared the spoils like bitter enemies forced to sit at the same table, neither trusting, neither yielding. On one fateful day, a pair of male lions descended into the river. Hesitant at first, They waded in cautiously, driven by the need to reach the opposite bank. But in doing so, they entered the silent world of the crocodile. Below the water's surface, jaws of unimaginable force lay in wait. Without warning, the crushing bite of a Nile crocodile struck. One lion was pulled under with violent force, while the other, separated by the chaos, struggled in the current. The survivor reached the far bank, collapsing in the mud, breath ragged and eyes wide. Behind him, the other lion turned back, limping ashore, his body trembling, not in fear, but from a narrow escape. There was no glory here, only instinct, only limits. Yet not all such encounters end in disaster. In the heart of Africa, dominance is not measured by brute strength alone. True rulers are those who survive the continent's harshest trials, where every cautious step, every silent dive beneath the surface could be their last. The lion and the Nile crocodile are more than predators. They are ancient sentinels of balance, sculpting the ecosystems around them through every calculated move. Though fierce and untamed, these apex carnivores are custodians of order in a world that teeters on the edge of chaos. Lions, with their coordinated group hunts, regulate vast herds of wildebeest, zebra, and African buffalo. Their choices are not random. Each hunt is nature's selective process in motion. By targeting the weak, the sick, or the slow, they help fortify prey populations, sharpening the instincts of survival across generations. A landmark 2025 study in Zambia's Kafue ecosystem revealed remarkable effects. Lion populations saw an 8.3% annual survival increase when prey levels were balanced and food was abundant. Reproduction rates climbed by nearly 29%, further affirming the profound relationship between predator and prey, a relationship built not on destruction, but on harmony. But the lion's influence doesn't end with numbers. Their mere presence reshapes the landscape. Herds begin to alter their paths, forging new migration routes that give overgrazed land time to recover. Vegetation flourishes, soils remain anchored, and smaller species, often overshadowed, find room to thrive. In this way, lions become architects of the savannah, shaping it with every roar and chase, like an invisible hand guiding the pulse of life. While lions rule the land, another force governs the water, the Nile crocodile. With armored hides, stealth, and crushing jaws, crocodiles are silent regulators of Africa's waterways. They don't only hunt, they clean. Feeding on carcasses drifting down rivers or washed ashore, they prevent decay from polluting precious water sources. In doing so, they halt the spread of disease, acting as living filters for entire ecosystems. These reptiles play a far deeper role than many realize. By digesting animal remains, crocodiles contribute nitrogen and phosphorus-rich waste, nourishing aquatic plant life and sparking a cascading food chain that fuels everything from fish to birds to hippos. In the Okavango Delta, the Nile, and beyond, their presence is a keystone. A 2024 study published on phys.org revealed that wetlands with higher crocodile populations regenerate plant life 18% faster than those without them. Every time a crocodile sinks its teeth into a carcass, it begins a quiet cycle of renewal, life born from death. The lion and the Nile crocodile are not here by chance. They are nature's pillars, vital to the intricate web of life. If either were to vanish, the balance would collapse. Prey populations would explode unchecked. Soils would degrade, water would stagnate, and the consequences would ripple outward, affecting not just the wild, but the people whose lives depend on these fragile, interwoven systems. In Africa, power lies not in domination, but in the quiet, enduring act of keeping the wild alive. Have you ever witnessed the raw power of a lion or the stealth of a Nile crocodile in the wild? These apex predators, seen in their natural realm, leave impressions that last a lifetime. If you've had the privilege to observe them in action, We invite you to share your stories and insights in the comments below. Your experience could help others see the wild through your eyes. And if this journey into the heart of nature inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. There are countless more untamed frontiers waiting to be explored, and we'd love to take you there. Among Africa's 7 natural wonders lies a river, once the lifeblood of ancient civilization, now confronting a crisis unlike any before. With each passing season, fewer migratory birds return from Europe. The fertile fields that once fed millions now lie cracked and barren. A silence has settled over the floodplains. The Nile's cool waters still ripple at the surface, sustaining life along its winding course. But beneath the current, predators lie in wait. Silent, patient, ready to strike. Life endures here, but under conditions harsher than ever before. A delicate balance now hangs by a thread. The Serengeti Savannah in East Africa is the stage for one of nature's most awe-inspiring spectacles, the Great Migration. This epic journey sees millions of herbivores, including wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles, traversing vast distances in search of food and water. While the sight of these animals moving in synchronized herds is breathtaking, their migration is fraught with danger. Every step of the journey presents a challenge, testing their resilience and instincts in the unforgiving wilderness. The migration is triggered by the changing seasons, as the rains dictate the availability of water and fresh grass. When the dry season begins, the herbivores embark on their journey from the southern Serengeti to the Masai Mara in Kenya, following an ancient path that their ancestors have traveled for generations. This migration is crucial for their survival, as it ensures they find the resources needed to sustain their massive populations. However, the journey is perilous. One of the greatest threats comes from predators that lie in wait along their path. Lions, leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas take advantage of the herd's movement, targeting the weak, young, or injured. For the herbivores, constant vigilance is required as they navigate predator territory. Despite their numbers providing some measure of safety, individuals often fall victim to ambushes, especially at night when visibility is low. Water crossings are another formidable challenge. Rivers like the Grumeti and Mara become deadly gauntlets for the migrating herds. As the animals wade into the water, they face swift currents that can sweep away the unwary. Crocodiles lurking beneath the surface add another layer of danger, striking with lightning speed to drag their prey into the depths. The crossings, though necessary, often result in chaos, with many herbivores trampled or drowned in the frenzy. Even with these dangers, the Great Migration is a testament to the resilience of herbivores on the Serengeti. Their movements replenish the soil and stimulate vegetation growth, ensuring the savanna remains vibrant. This cycle of life and death is essential, not only for the herbivores themselves, but also for the predators and scavengers that depend on them. At first glance, the surface of the Nile is calm, serene, but just beneath lies a world where the battle for survival never rests. The Nile stretches across the arid heart of Africa, carrying life into some of the harshest landscapes on Earth. Yet, where there is life, there are also relentless challenges. Here, paradise and peril coexist side by side. A blanket of morning mist drapes over the swamps, where shoebills stand motionless like statues. In a blink, a powerful beak pierces the water, sealing the fate of an unsuspecting fish. Farther north, in the Nile Delta, flocks of greater flamingos wade through shallow waters, painting the landscape in delicate hues of pink. But peace here is always fleeting. On the freshwater grasslands, African buffalo march tirelessly, driven by the growing heat and shrinking water sources. Their search for sustenance grows longer, more desperate, with every passing day. Beneath the surface, a Nile crocodile waits. No sound, no warning. In a split second, it surges upward, a burst of raw power, dragging its prey into the swirling depths. The chase never ends. From fragile migratory birds to formidable hunters, every creature is caught in the relentless cycle of survival. Yet through it all, the Nile flows on, a constant force maintaining the delicate balance set in motion since the dawn of time. This is a breathtaking, unforgiving world where only the strongest endure. The Nile is more than a river. It is the lifeblood of an entire continent. A 4,135-mile artery beginning in the Ethiopian highlands, where the Blue Nile rises from Lake Tana, before winding through 11 nations and finally emptying into the Mediterranean Sea. Is the Nile longer or shorter than the Amazon? Tell us in the comments below. But in truth, the Nile is not just a single stream. It's a vast, intricate network of tributaries and waterways, each playing a role in shaping one of Earth's most diverse and thriving ecosystems. The Nile River is not just a river. It is a lifeline, a vital artery, connecting some of Africa's most diverse and dynamic ecosystems. Within its depths, the Nile teems with life. More than 300 species of fish swim through its powerful currents, and remarkably, nearly a third of them are found nowhere else on Earth. The richness of life here is a testament to nature's resilience. Around 400 bird species make their home along the riverbanks. Some permanent residents, others long-distance travelers. Every year, millions of migratory birds journey along the Nile, resting in its lush wetlands, flooded grasslands, and riverine forests. In Egypt's Nile Delta, the river becomes a crossroads, a crucial stopover for birds migrating between Europe, Asia, and Africa. Here, abundant vegetation and water offer sanctuary, a place to feed, rest, and breed. But the Nile's web of life goes far beyond birds and fish. Amphibians and reptiles, more than 120 species, inhabit its swamps, streams, and sun-baked banks. from frogs that thrive in muddy shallows to lizards and snakes adapted to dry terrain. These creatures play a vital role in controlling insect populations and maintaining ecological balance. The river also supports over 100 mammal species, from those that dwell entirely in water to others that roam the river's fringes. Flooded grasslands, riparian forests, and sandy riverbanks offer the perfect stage for these animals to hunt, forage, and reproduce. Together, they form a thriving ecosystem, an intricate network of life shaped by water, time, and adaptation. And at its heart, the Nile flows on, endlessly giving, endlessly changing. Lake Tana is more than just a haven for birds and fish. It's a thriving ecosystem that also supports a variety of reptiles and mammals. While crocodiles are notably absent, sightings of African soft-shell turtles and Nile monitors near the Blue Nile's outflow highlight the region's ecological richness. These reptiles play crucial roles in maintaining the lake's delicate balance, each one a vital thread in the tapestry of life. Among Lake Tana's most iconic inhabitants is the hippopotamus, Africa's heavyweight of the wetlands. These massive creatures frequent the lake's outflow, submerging themselves in its cool, clear waters. Remarkably, hippos share a distant evolutionary lineage with whales, both having diverged from a common ancestor nearly 55 million years ago. Fossil records trace their origins to ancient tropical wetlands of Africa. Over millions of years, hippos have evolved distinct adaptations, enabling them to thrive in aquatic environments that test the limits of survival. Today, hippos are widespread across sub-Saharan Africa, but Lake Tana's population displays unique traits. Estimated at 300 to 400 individuals, they inhabit the lake's edges and shallows, drawn by abundant vegetation and relative safety. Their continued presence is a sign of a healthy ecosystem, one that depends on the very species it supports. The hippopotamus amphibius is a true giant. Adult males can weigh up to 5,000 pounds and reach lengths of over 13 feet. Their smooth, grayish-brown skin acts as a protective barrier, shielding them from the sun and locking in moisture under the intense African heat. Among their most extraordinary features is a red, sweat-like secretion, often dubbed blood sweat. This natural sunscreen is not only UV resistant, but also packed with antibacterial properties, helping protect their skin in waterborne environments teeming with pathogens. Hippos are perfectly built for a semi-aquatic life. By day, they rest in the water to escape the heat. By night, they emerge onto land to graze. An adult can consume up to 80 pounds of grass in a single night, a testament to their enormous size and energy demands. Despite being herbivores, hippos are fiercely territorial and can be surprisingly aggressive. They live in pods of 10 to 30 individuals, led by a dominant male. Power is asserted through dramatic displays, roaring, spraying water, and when challenged, direct confrontation. Underwater, they move with unexpected agility, propelled by stout yet powerful legs and capable of holding their breath for up to 5 minutes. Their ecological impact is profound. As they move, feed, and defecate, hippos enrich the water with nutrients that support microbial life and stimulate the growth of aquatic plants. This productivity feeds the lake's fish and invertebrates, reinforcing the natural food chain. Additionally, their constant movement reshapes the lakebed, carving channels that aid in water flow and distribution. At Lake Tana, the presence of hippos is more than a spectacle of size and strength. It is a cornerstone of the lake's ecological integrity. Flocks of great white pelicans converge at Lake Tana, gathering in impressive numbers to begin their nesting rituals. Using twigs and dry grasses, they construct their nests on elevated patches of dry land, structures that are often reused across multiple breeding seasons, forming dense colonies that ripple with life. As migratory birds, pelicans arrive during the rainy season when the lake teems with fish. It is a time of abundance, and their low growls and gentle calls echo across the still waters at dawn and dusk, infusing the natural landscape with a resonant, almost orchestral presence. Found across wetlands, rivers, and lakes in Africa, Asia, and Europe, the great white pelican is a wide-ranging species. At Lake Tana, they thrive in the shallows and on small islands near the lake's edges, ideal locations that offer both safety and a rich food supply. The local population is estimated between 1,000 and 1,500 individuals, a number that reflects a stable ecosystem supported by the lake's natural bounty. These are among the largest birds in the region, measuring between 55 and 70 inches in length, with an imposing wingspan that can reach up to 11 feet. Weighing around 15 pounds on average, they are unmistakable, cloaked in pinkish-white plumage with a bright yellow throat pouch that sets them apart in any wetland scene. That pouch is not just for show, it's a precision tool, capable of holding up to 3 gallons of water. It allows the pelican to scoop and filter fish from the lake with remarkable efficiency. During group hunts, pelicans work together to herd fish into tight clusters before striking. With synchronized beats of their broad wings, they take off gracefully from the water, gliding through the air with both power and purpose. An adult pelican consumes around 4 pounds of fish daily, favoring small to medium-sized species. Each catch sustains not only their bodies, but the rhythm of a lake where nature's cycles play out in harmonious, interwoven patterns. The African fish eagle, often referred to as the African sea eagle, is a majestic and unmistakable symbol of sub-Saharan skies. A member of the genus Haliaeetus, it shares an ancient lineage with sea eagles found across the globe, its evolutionary path finely tuned for life around freshwater habitats. Nowhere is this adaptation more evident than at Lake Tana, with its dense lakeside vegetation, shallow waters, and plentiful fish stocks. The lake offers an ideal sanctuary for the skilled hunter. Often seen perched high in fig trees or on exposed rocks near the shore, the fish eagle waits in stoic silence, its piercing eyes scanning the water's surface. Blessed with exceptional vision, it can detect the faintest ripple of a fish even in low light. Morning haze or evening shadow poses no obstacle. When prey is spotted, the eagle springs into action. It swoops down in a controlled dive, reaching speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. With a sudden burst of precision and force, its powerful talons plunge into the water to seize its quarry, typically a fish, plucked from just beneath the surface in a matter of seconds. This striking display of power and finesse is not just a hunt. It's a performance that defines one of Africa's most iconic raptors. And along the shores of Lake Tana, the call of the African fish eagle, haunting and triumphant, continues to echo across the water, a sound as enduring as the bird itself. Dawn breaks over the northern Serengeti plains, where wildlife braces itself for the unending battle for survival. A cheetah has spotted dinner for her cubs, a lone and careless prey. In the stillness of the savannah, she and her cubs remain hidden, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In just 3 short seconds, the cheetah accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Her slender body and long legs propel her forward in a breathtaking sprint. With relentless determination, each powerful stride closes the gap, extinguishing the prey's chance of escape. But speed alone is not enough. The cheetah's journey of survival is an arduous crusade, where she must confront the harsh realities of the savannah, fend off formidable enemies, and ensure the survival of her cubs with unwavering devotion. The African grasslands stretch endlessly to the horizon, a vast stage filled with beauty and hidden perils. As the first rays of sunlight illuminate the savannah, a sleek figure emerges, as silent as a passing breeze. The cheetah, often dubbed the living supercar of nature, dominates these endless plains. They are masters of speed, conquerors of space and time. But here, where survival hinges on every fleeting second, speed is only one piece of the puzzle. Every stride of the cheetah is a testament to nature's perfection. Their incredible velocity is not merely a feat of muscular power, but the result of millions of years of evolution. The cheetah, Earth's fastest land animal, can reach speeds of up to 75 miles per hour in short bursts, faster than most modern supercars. In just 3 seconds, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour, a speed even Ferraris would envy. Behind this phenomenal speed lies a body engineered for perfection. Long, powerful legs act like springs, propelling each stride up to 20 to 25 feet. A flexible spine functions like a bow, storing and releasing energy with every leap. In a single second, the cheetah can execute up to 4 strides, each bursting with extraordinary power. But what truly sets the cheetah apart are its claws. Unlike lions or leopards, a cheetah's claws cannot fully retract. They remain exposed, acting like the spikes of a track athlete's shoes, providing crucial grip during high-speed chases. Its tail, measuring up to 30 inches, acts as a rudder, ensuring balance during sharp turns and sudden changes in direction. The cheetah doesn't just rely on raw strength. It optimizes every movement with precision breathing. Each leap is synchronized with powerful lung function, as if its lungs were air compressors, delivering oxygen to its muscles with maximum efficiency. Its powerful heart pumps rapidly, sustaining the body during the most intense moments of pursuit. But this speed comes at a cost. After just 20 to 30 seconds of sprinting, the cheetah's body temperature rises sharply, forcing it to stop and pant heavily to avoid overheating. Every chase is a gamble. If the hunt fails, the cheetah not only loses its prey, but also valuable energy, jeopardizing its health and the success of future hunts. In the unforgiving theater of the savannah, speed is the cheetah's greatest weapon, but survival demands so much more. It requires strategy, endurance, and a delicate balance between risk and reward. The cheetah's range once stretched from the vast grasslands of Africa to the arid deserts of Iran. Today, however, they occupy less than 280,000 square miles, less than 10% of their historical habitat. Namibia, often referred to as the cheetah capital of the world, remains the largest stronghold for this species, hosting over 50% of the global population. In Kenya and Tanzania, reserves like Serengeti National Park and Masai Mara provide cheetahs with spaces to showcase their incredible speed during breathtaking hunts. However, not all regions offer such opportunities. In West Africa, places like Niger now support only a small number of cheetahs, surviving in the Termit and Tintuma National Nature Reserve, the last remnants of what was once a vast cheetah domain. Cheetahs need more than just food. They need space. The savanna grasslands, with grass heights ranging from 12 to 20 inches, create the ideal habitat. Here, cheetahs can stay hidden and then burst forward like the wind, using their speed to bring down prey. But not all environments are perfect. In the semi-arid regions of Namibia, where water is scarce, cheetahs rely on the moisture from their prey to survive. Quiet, sparse forests with dense vegetation limit their ability to run at full speed, making them vulnerable to larger predators like lions and hyenas. The survival of cheetahs depends on balance, a balance between speed and patience, and between open grasslands and increasingly scarce food sources. The cheetah's journey of survival in Africa is a story filled with immense challenges. From birth to adulthood, each individual must face countless trials presented by Mother Nature. In the murky depths of Lake Victoria, one predator reigns supreme, the Nile crocodile. Few creatures dare to challenge its dominance. Thriving in large numbers across the lake and its expansive wetlands, these formidable reptiles are the ultimate rulers of these waters, embodying the raw power that defines nature's delicate balance within this vast ecosystem. Lake Victoria's shallow waters, lined with dense vegetation, offer not only shelter but also prime hunting grounds for the Nile crocodile. With an estimated population ranging between 30,000 and 50,000 individuals, the lake plays a crucial role in sustaining one of East Africa's largest crocodile populations. Nile crocodiles are the second largest species of crocodile in the world, surpassed only by the saltwater crocodile. They can reach lengths of up to 16 feet, with the largest males growing as long as 20 feet, weighing between 500 and 1,650 pounds. These apex predators are a true force of nature, combining power and precision in their hunting techniques. Masters of ambush, Nile crocodiles are patient and stealthy hunters. When stalking prey, they remain motionless, with only their eyes and nostrils breaking the surface of the water. Their dark, mottled skin blends seamlessly into the murky waters, rendering them almost invisible to potential prey. Positioned high on their heads, their eyes and nostrils allow them to see and breathe while remaining almost entirely submerged. When the moment is right, the crocodile strikes with incredible speed, up to 22 miles per hour in water. With a bite force exceeding 3,700 pounds per square inch, they overpower their prey in an instant, dragging it into the depths with unmatched strength. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles are stealthy and opportunistic hunters. Their diet is as varied as the waters they inhabit, ranging from fish and water birds to small mammals and even large antelope. In rare but remarkable displays of strength, some individuals have been known to take down animals as large as water buffalo, solidifying their status as apex predators. But their role extends beyond hunting. As top predators, Nile crocodiles are vital to maintaining the ecological balance of Lake Victoria. By regulating populations of fish and other animals, they prevent overpopulation, which could destabilize the delicate food web of this vast freshwater system. Their impact goes even further. By feeding on carrion and leaving behind organic remains, crocodiles contribute to the decomposition and recycling of nutrients, keeping the aquatic environment clean and fertile. In doing so, they support a rich community of scavengers, such as carrion-eating birds, enhancing the lake's biodiversity. The Nile crocodile is more than just a predator. It is a keystone species, helping to sustain the intricate rhythms of life in one of Africa's greatest freshwater ecosystems. In the vast and varied landscapes of sub-Saharan Africa, two apex predators reign supreme. On land, the lion, and in the water, the Nile crocodile. Their relationship is one shaped not only by competition and conflict, but also by an intricate ecological balance. As rulers of their respective domains, lions and Nile crocodiles rarely coexist peacefully. Lions and Nile crocodiles are both found throughout much of sub-Saharan Africa, particularly in savannas, wetlands, and riverine areas. While lions dominate the dry grasslands and forests, Nile crocodiles reign in aquatic habitats such as rivers, lakes, marshes, and waterholes. However, the convergence of their territories, particularly around water sources, leads to inevitable encounters. Water is a critical resource in Africa's often arid environment. During dry seasons, animals from all walks of life congregate around diminishing waterholes. These oases become focal points not only for herbivores seeking hydration, but also for predators laying in wait. It is at these interfaces, where land meets water, that lions and Nile crocodiles most often interact. Both lions and Nile crocodiles are carnivorous and opportunistic feeders. Their diets overlap significantly, particularly in their preference for large ungulates such as wildebeest, zebras, buffalo, and antelope. This dietary similarity sets the stage for competition, especially in resource-scarce environments. During the annual Great Migration across the Serengeti and Masai Mara ecosystems, millions of wildebeest and other herbivores cross crocodile-infested rivers. This event presents a feast for crocodiles, which lie in ambush beneath the surface, lunging at animals as they swim across. Lions, on the other hand, wait on either bank, targeting stragglers and the exhausted. In this rare moment, both predators are engaged in a feeding frenzy, but with very different strategies. The crocodile uses stealth and aquatic ambush. The lion uses teamwork and terrestrial agility. While lions do not usually hunt in water, and crocodiles rarely leave it for long, the competition extends to scavenging. A lion pride might discover a kill made by crocodiles near a riverbank and attempt to appropriate it. Likewise, crocodiles may scavenge a lion's kill if it is dragged close to water, or if a carcass is abandoned. These situations often lead to aggressive confrontations. In the heart of Africa's wilderness, where the thick brush meets winding rivers and dense forest borders open water, two masters of ambush and stealth often cross paths. The leopard, a solitary feline cloaked in rosettes, and the Nile crocodile, a prehistoric reptile of immense power. The leopard is one of Africa's most elusive predators, known for its agility, strength, and adaptability. Unlike lions, which rely on teamwork, leopards operate alone, stalking their prey in silence and dragging kills into trees to avoid scavengers. Their domain spans forests, savannas, and mountainous terrain. But one constant remains: they rely on water sources both for hydration and as hunting grounds. Water sources in the African wilderness are vital lifelines. attracting a steady stream of herbivores, such as impalas, warthogs, antelopes, and monkeys. These herbivores come to drink, and both leopards and crocodiles take advantage of their vulnerability. Leopards often stalk prey approaching the water, using thick vegetation or rocky outcrops for cover. Once they strike, they attempt to drag the carcass to a safer location, typically up a tree or deeper into the bush. Crocodiles, meanwhile, rely on their aquatic domain, lying motionless at the water's edge and ambushing prey that gets too close. Though leopards are cautious and avoid unnecessary risk, there are recorded instances of these two predators engaging in physical conflict. Most often, these altercations stem from contested kills or the defense of cubs and nests. Though they are rivals, leopards and crocodiles play complementary roles in the ecosystems they inhabit. Both act as population regulators, culling the weak and sick among prey species and preventing overgrazing. Their presence shapes the behavior and distribution of herbivores, which in turn affects plant life, seed dispersal, and water quality. Their competition, therefore, is not destructive, but part of a greater ecological balance. The occasional conflict over a carcass, a territory boundary, or an unlucky encounter serves as a reminder of the constant struggle for survival in nature. Moreover, both predators contribute to the scavenger food chain. Leftover kills feed hyenas, jackals, birds, and insects. Bones and waste return nutrients to the soil, supporting vegetation and sustaining the broader web of life. Crocodiles, often referred to as the ancient predators of the water, have evolved to be some of the most efficient hunters in the animal kingdom. Their hunting strategy is a blend of patience, stealth, and power. Crocodiles are predominantly found in freshwater and saltwater environments, including rivers, lakes, estuaries, and coastal areas. Their choice of habitat is crucial to their hunting strategy. The murky waters and dense vegetation provide cover, allowing them to approach prey without being detected. These environments are rich in diverse fauna, including fish, birds, and mammals, all of which serve as potential food sources. One of the most notable aspects of crocodile hunting is their stealth. These reptiles are masters of ambush, employing a hunting technique that relies on remaining undetected. Crocodiles often float just beneath the water's surface, with only their belly and nostrils exposed. This strategy allows them to observe their surroundings while maintaining a low profile. When they spot potential prey, crocodiles remain motionless, relying their camouflaged skin to blend in with the surrounding environment. Their patience is remarkable. They can lie and wait for hours, even days, until the perfect moment arises. This stealthy approach is pivotal, as many of their prey species, such as fish, birds, and even larger mammals, are often unaware of the lurking danger. Once the crocodile identifies a target, it relies on a combination of speed and power to launch its attack. The strike is swift and precise, involving a powerful lunge that propels the crocodile toward its prey. Utilizing their strong jaws, crocodiles can exert immense pressure, reportedly up to 3,700 pounds per square inch, allowing them to grasp and subdue animals with ease. Once captured, crocodiles often employ a technique known as the death roll. This involves spinning rapidly in the water, which disorients and tears apart their prey. The death roll is particularly effective against larger animals, such as ungulates that may venture too close to the water's edge. This strategy not only incapacitates the prey, but also allows the crocodile to break it down into manageable pieces. After successfully securing their meal, crocodiles consume their prey whole or in large pieces. Their flexible jaws enable them to ingest sizable animals, and their powerful digestive systems are equipped to process bones and tough tissues. Unlike many other animals, crocodiles possess a unique adaptation. They have a highly acidic gastric juice that aids in the breakdown of food and even the digestion of bone. Once the crocodile has fed, it may not need to hunt again for several weeks, or even months, depending on the size of the meal. This ability to go extended periods without food is a crucial survival trait, particularly in environments where prey availability fluctuates. Crocodiles are not merely apex predators. They play a vital role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. By controlling populations of various species, they help to ensure a healthy aquatic environment. Their predation influences the dynamics of prey species, which in turn affects plant communities and the overall health of their habitats. However, crocodiles face numerous threats due to habitat destruction, illegal hunting, and climate change. Conservation efforts aimed at protecting their habitats and promoting sustainable practices are essential for maintaining healthy crocodile populations and the ecosystems they inhabit.